Hello students. So now in this video we'll see the type number 2. Again, it is based on the combined equation, but here the pattern of the question will be different. Okay, so as in the type number 1 in the previous lecture we saw how to find the combined equation, yes or no, when it is passing through some point and it is parallel to some lines, or sometime it was perpendicular to some lines, yes or no. So now in the type number 2 also we have to find the combined equation. So as I said in the previous video, whenever the word comes combine, or else remember joint, also joint and combined equation means one and the same. It means your final answer will be in the form of quadratic equation. Your final answer will be in the form of quadratic. So remember like this: joint combine means quadratic, separate equation means linear. So whenever the word comes joint combine, see to it that your final answer it should be in the form of quadratic. Separate equation, the final answer it should be in the form of linear. Okay, so it means here we have to convert linear into quadratic to get the combined equation. Here we have to convert quadratic into linear to get separate equation. So in this way you can remember joint combine means quadratic equation, the final answer should be in quadratic. Separate equation means linear. Now but type number 2 is what? Here again you have to find combined equation. Okay, combined means your final answer will be in the form of quadratic equation, but from quadratic only. So that means here in this type number 2 what we'll see that you have to convert a quadratic equation in quadratic. So we'll remember this type as quadratic into quadratic. Got the point? Type number 1 it was linear to quadratic. Type number 2 you will remember this type number 2 as a quadratic to quadratic. Okay, now listen here. The question will be in this form: find combined equation of the pairs of line passing through origin. So they will use the word passing through origin. So as we know that origin means what? 0 comma 0, yes or no? And it is perpendicular. Focus on this word perpendicular, as we know that whenever the word comes perpendicular, so whenever you will find the slope, suppose equation is ax plus by plus c equal to 0. As we know that whenever the word comes perpendicular, the first step what you will do, you will find the slope by using minus coefficient of x upon coefficient of y. So what is the coefficient of x? It is a. Y is what? B. So here we got the answer, that is minus a by b. Okay, so to make the slope, as the line will be perpendicular, to slope exactly what you will do, reciprocal this number with the opposite symbol. So you will write in the next step what exactly you will do, you will reciprocal this value with the opposite symbol. If it is minus you will write plus, if it is plus you will write minus. So whenever the word comes perpendicular, see to it that you will reciprocal the value with the opposite symbol. Don't forget this step. Okay, perpendicular to the line represented by the following equation. So here equation will be in the form of quadratic. Can you see? Here we have a quadratic equation only. Here we have a quadratic equation only, quadratic. And then you have to find a combined equation. Combine means what? The final answer will be in the form of quadratic only. So you can remember type number 2 as converting quadratic to a quadratic equation. Yes or no? Now, type number 2, as we know that you will have a quadratic equation. Okay. So now we can solve this type number 2 by two different methods. Okay, so this is a method number 1 and this is method number 2. It is on you. If you feel method number 1 is easy, you can tackle the sum by using method number 1. If you feel the method number 2 is easy, so you can tackle the method number 2 also. But there are some points which you have to remember. Okay, like method number 1 exactly when you have to apply, and method number 2 exactly when you have to apply. Okay, so now first we'll see the method number 1. Okay, and we'll take this example. We'll try this sum by using the method number 1. Then we'll take same example and we'll apply method number 2 for the same example, and we'll see whether we are getting the same answer in both the case or not. Okay, so I will explain this sum, okay, method number type number 2 in both the way, both method. Okay, it is on you. If you feel method number 1 is easy, you can tackle the sum by using method number 1 or else by method number 2. So let's begin with the method number 1. So exactly what you have to do in the method number 1. So you will have a quadratic equation. So you will have a quadratic equation like this. Okay, okay. So you will compare this quadratic equation with ax square plus 2hxy plus by square equal to 0, where you will get the value of a, h, b, where you will get the value of a, h and b. Okay. After that, what exactly you will do? You will take two slope which is unknown for us and we don't know the line. Yes or no? Here we have a quadratic equation. Yes or no? Here we have a quadratic equation and we have a two lines and we don't know the slope of these two lines. So first line will take m1 and second slope will take m2. Slope of the first line will take m1, slope of the second line will take m2, and we don't know exactly the equation of this line. So if we don't know exactly the equation of line, so how we can find the slope of the line? We cannot find. So we'll consider this equation number 1 as slope m1 and the second equation as m2, like that. Okay, so we'll start with the sum by writing let m1 m2 be the slope of the line represented by a given equation. So you will start writing the step number 1 as let m1 m2 be the slope of the line, and listen here, that slope is unknown for us. We don't know the slope actually. We don't know the value of m1 and m2. Like m1 is what? M1 is 3 by 2, m2 is minus 2 by 3. This answer we don't know because we don't have the exact two line. Yes or no? We don't have the exact two line equation of line, and we know that equation of line, it is always in the form of what? A linear equation. So we don't know about this two linear equation and their slope. So we'll consider let m1 m2 be the slope of the line represented by this equation. After that, exactly what you will do, you will find the sum of the slope. This is known as what? This is known as sum of the slope. What we say, it is known as sum of the slope. Okay, this is known as sum of the slopes, and this is known as product of the slope. This is known as what? Product of the slopes. So in 10th standard we used to write like this for the roots, sum of the roots and product of their roots. So here we'll write, we used to take let alpha and beta be the roots of the given quadratic equation. So here we'll took here in this type number 2, instead of writing alpha and beta, we'll write m1 m2 be the slopes of the line. So here sum of the slope is what? Minus 2h upon b, minus 2h upon b, and product of the slope is what? A upon b. So you have to remember this two formula, that is sum of the slope it is minus 2h upon b and product is a upon b. Okay, after that what you will do, here we have the value of a, h and b, substitute the value, replace the value of a, h, b, you will get sum of the slope and the product of the slope. After that, since the required lines are perpendicular to these lines, so these are the required lines which is perpendicular to this given line, the given equation, yes or no? As we have two unknown lines and their slope is m1 and m2, okay, the required lines are perpendicular, so these are the required line which are perpendicular to this equation, yes or no? So as we know that whenever the word comes perpendicular, we have to reciprocal its slope, yes or no? So here what is the value of m1 and m2? So we don't know, but suppose here the value is 2 by 3, so its reciprocal will be what? Minus 2 by 3. For m2 suppose it is 3 by 1, so answer will be what? Minus 1 by 3. But for this sum, when you will use the method number 1, okay, here we don't have the value of m1 and m2. So what exactly you will do, you will reciprocal this value only, reciprocal of m1 and m2. So here we don't have the value, so what exactly we will do, the reciprocal of m1 will be what? This is plus m1, so reciprocal will be what? Minus 1 upon m1. Reciprocal of m2 will be what? Minus 1 upon m2. So this will be the required slope of the line, we can say. If you have the value, you will do the reciprocal with the opposite symbol. Now for this sum, when you will apply this method, this format, as we know that for this format we don't have the value of m1 m2 exact value, so you will do the reciprocal of this m1 and m2. So reciprocal of m1 is what? Minus 1 upon m1, and m2 is what? Minus 1 upon m2. After that we know that the required line is passing through origin. Origin means what? 0 comma 0. So when it is passing through 0 comma 0, as we know that it is passing through origin, so we have a equation of line which is y equal to mx, yes or no? Okay, as here we have two slopes, so two times we'll use the formula of the line when it is passing through origin. So when it is passing through origin, we know that the formula is y equal to mx, yes or no? When it is passing through origin, when it is passing through a point x1 comma y1, so we know that it is y minus y1 equal to m x minus x1, yes or no? So apply this formula whenever the word comes, it is passing through origin, and this when it will come, when it is passing through a given point. Okay, so now as we know that m is what? For the slope of first line it is minus 1 upon m1, so y equal to minus 1 upon m1 x. Slope of the second line, as it is perpendicular, so minus 1 upon m2, so we will replace this my minus 1 upon m2, yes or no? Okay, so after that shift this m1 to the left hand side, so what we will get? m1y equal to minus x and m2y equal to minus x. Arrange the equation and see to it that the symbol of x should be positive, so shift this side, so x plus m1y equal to 0, and this will be what? X plus m2y equal to 0. So here we got that the two linear equation, two separate equation, yes or no? Why it is linear? Because the power of the variable here it is what? 1. Now assume this as u equal to 0. This line will consider as u equal to 0. This line will consider as v equal to 0. So its combined equation will be what? U into v equal to 0. So multiply this. So what you will get? X plus m1y into x plus m2y equal to 0. Bracket open, bracket expand. So x into x is what? X square. This will be what? M2xy. This will be what? M1xy. And this will be what? M1 M2 y square equal to 0. Yes or no? So final step is what? You will keep this x square. You will keep this x square as it is. Yes or no? X square as it is. So here we have a common xy common, so we left with m2 plus m1. We can write as m1 m2. Yes or no? And this will be same. And the last final step, what exactly we'll do? Here we have the value of m1 m2. Substitute the value m1 plus m2 and m1 into m2. Replace this value. Okay, then you will get the required combined equation. So that means type number 2 exactly it is what we have to find a combined equation from a combine only. So remember this type as quadratic to quadratic. You will have a quadratic equation. The final answer will be in the form of quadratic only. So now we'll apply this method. This was the theory part of the sum. Okay. So we'll take one sum and we'll solve this sum by using the method number 1. And again we'll take the same sum and we'll apply the method number 2. Okay. Now if you feel the method number 1 is easy, so stick with the method number 1. And if you feel that method number 2 is quite easier than the method number 1, so you can apply method number 2 also. It is on you. Okay. Now but there are some conditions that I will explain later. Okay, exactly when you have to apply this method. So chalo, so now we'll take one example and we'll try the sum. So pattern of the question will be in this form only. Find combined equation of the pair of line passing through origin. Origin means 0 comma 0 and perpendicular. Remember this word perpendicular, that means we have to reciprocal the slope with the opposite symbol. Origin means what? 0 comma 0. 0 comma 0 means you'll use the formula which one? Y equal to mx. When it is passing through some point 2 comma 3, 3 comma 2, that time the formula will be different. Okay, now here we have equation. So let's follow this step. So first step will be what? You will comparing with ax square minus plus 2hxy plus by square equal to 0. So therefore the value of a will be what? 5. What is there in place of 2h? What is the coefficient of 2h? It is minus 8. It is not plus 8. Okay. And the coefficient of b is what? 3. Okay, here the value of h will be what? Minus 8 upon 2. So h co we can write as minus 4 also. Or you can keep like that only. 2h equals to minus 8 also. It is on. Okay. Now after that we know that we will write the step. Let m1 and m2 be the slopes of lines represented by ax square plus 2hxy plus by square equal to 0. So now we'll find the sum of the slope using the formula that is minus 2h upon b. Okay, so minus 2 into what is the value of h? It is minus 4 upon, what is the value of p? It is 3, or else directly you can put the value of 2h, which is equal to minus 8. It is on you. Okay, so minus 2 into minus 4 is what? 8 by 3. So we cannot cancel this 8 by 3, so we'll keep this answer as it is. Okay, now the next step is what? Product of this slope is what? A by b. What is the value of a? It is 5, and b is what? 3. Here we got sum of the slope and the product. After that, we know that since required lines are perpendicular to this lines, yes or no? When it is perpendicular, so we know that we have to reciprocal the slope with the opposite symbol. So here we have the two slope as m1 and m2. So we'll find the reciprocal of this two slope. The slope of required lines are, m1 will be what? Minus 1 upon m1, and m2 will be what? Minus 1 upon m2. Got the point? Okay, so now after that, required lines also passing through origin, as we know that origin means 0 comma 0. So there required equation will be what? The required equation are y equal to minus 1 upon m1x and y equals to minus 1 upon m2x. Yes or no? You can give the reason as when it is passing through the origin, we'll apply this formula, which one? Y equal to mx. So as we know that here we have two slope, you will apply this formula 2 times. Yes or no? Now move on to the next. So therefore the next step will be what? Okay, so here you will get what? m1y equal to minus x and m2y equal to minus x. So the next step will be what? X plus m1y equal to 0 and x plus m2y equal to 0. So now we'll assume this part as u equal to 0, this part as u equal to 0, and this part as v equal to 0. So the combined, yes or no? So the combined equation will be x plus m1y is what? U into v equals to 0, na? So here u is what? X plus m1y into x plus m2y equal to 0. So bracket open, so what we'll get? X into x is what? X square. Again bracket open with x, so what we'll get? m2xy, this will be m1xy plus m1 m2y square equal to 0. So x square, yeah, we know that xy is common, so we're left with what? M2 plus m1, so we can write as m2 plus m1 plus m2 also, plus m1 m2 y square will keep as it is. So as we know that, what is the value of m1 m2? Is 8 by 3. Yes or no? And what is the value of m1 m2? It is 5 by 3. Yes or no? 8 by 3 and 5 by 3. Replace the value. So now, so final step will be what? Will arrange the equation in the form of ax square plus 2hxy plus by square equals to 0. Yes or no? So now in the next step, we'll multiply throughout by 3. So what we'll get? This will be what? 3x square. This will be 8xy only This will be 5y square equal to 0, or else do the cross multiplication. So here we got the final answer is 3x square plus 8xy plus 5y square is the required combined equation. So can I say that the format of the question of the type number 2, it was in the form of quadratic, and answer we got in quadratic only. So remember this type number 2 as converting a quadratic equation into a quadratic. Type number 2. You can remember this type as converting quadratic into quadratic. So in which you have to apply this method to find your required answer. Got the point? Okay, so this was the method number 1 from which you can find your answer. Now we'll take the same example and now we'll apply the method number 2 and we'll see now whether we are getting the same answer or not. Yes or no? Okay. Okay, so now we'll take the same example and we'll apply the method number 2. Let's see whether we are getting the same answer or not. Now listen here, method number 2 is applicable when splitting of middle term is possible. Listen carefully. Okay. Method number 2, when it is possible, when the splitting of middle term is possible. Splitting of middle term is possible. Point number 2 is what? When the value of b is equal to 0. What do you mean by the value of b equal to 0? That means after comparing with ax square plus 2hxy plus by square, suppose if you get the value of b in this step, b equal to 0. If the b term is absent, that means we can say, that means y square term is absent, means we can say the value of b is what? 0. When the value of b is 0, if you will substitute the value of b here, so that will be what? Number upon 0, which is not defined. When you will put the value of b here also, still you will get number upon 0, that means not defined. Okay, from this we can say that when the value of b is equal to 0, okay, when the value of b is equal to 0, that means we have to apply the method number 2. So method number 2, when we have to apply, when the splitting of middle term is possible, if the value of b is equal to 0, see to that when the value of b is equal to 0, we cannot apply the method number 1. We have to solve the sum by using method number 2. Method number 1 is not applicable when the value of b is equal to 0. Got the point? Remember this point. If value of b is equal to 0, we cannot apply method number 1. We have to stick with the method number 2. Okay. So here we got the 2 point. If the splitting of middle term is possible, stick with method number 2. If the value of b, if you are getting 0, method number 2. And there is one more point. If we have quadratic equation and it is in the question, it is given that it is passing through some point. Point means what? x1 comma y1. Okay, but instead of passing through origin, if they say that it is passing through some point, that means 2 comma 3. Yes or no? Okay, still we can apply this method, but we know that for origin, what is the formula? Y equal to mx. But when it is passing through a point, when it is passing through a point x1 y1, when it is passing through a point x1 y1, so formula will change. So answer will be what? Y minus, formula will be y minus y1 equal to m x minus x1. Got the point? Okay, so remember there are 3 points which you have to keep in your mind when you are applying the method number 2. If the splitting of middle term is possible, okay, so we can apply method number 2. If the value of b is equal to 0, we can apply method number 2. Okay, instead of passing through origin, if it is passing through x1 comma y1, still we can apply method number 2, but here formula will change, as this formula it is for when it is passing through origin and when it is passing through a point, so we have to apply slope point form. So this is the difference. Okay, now now we'll see how to apply the method number 2. We'll see the presentation first. Okay, what is the step number 1 here? Splitting of middle term. So we'll check for this quadratic equation. So here the product is what? 15. Okay, 15, and sum is what? Minus 8. So first check, we can split the middle term or not. Yes, so we can write this as what? Minus 5 and minus 3. So minus 5 minus 3 is 15, minus 5 minus 3 is minus 8. So product we are getting 15 and sum is minus 8. Yes, so splitting of middle term is possible, so we can apply this method. So now exactly what you have to do, follow this step. Okay, split a quadratic equation. So here you will get what? 5x square minus 8 को we can write as minus 5xy minus 3xy plus 3y square equal to 0. So here you will get what? 5x as common. So inside the bracket x minus y. I hope you all might be knowing how to solve the quadratic equation factorization method. Okay, splitting of middle term. Yes or no? This all things it was there in the 10th, even in the 9th standard also. Splitting of middle term, a factorization method we say. Okay, so here what you will get? Yes, minus and 3y as common. So inside the bracket you will get x minus y equal to 0. So therefore next step will be what? 5x minus 3y we will write in one bracket and x minus y in one bracket. Separate this equation to 5x minus 3y equal to 0. Yes or no? And the second will be what? X minus y equal to 0. So here we got a two separate equation. Yes or no? And now exactly what you will do, for the separate equation of the line you will find the slope. So these are the two separate equation of lines, and the slope of the line are okay. So what will get the slope of the line? For this the answer will be what? 5/3. Yes or no? And for this the answer will be what? 1. So here how you got the value of the slope as 5/3 and 1? Okay, now listen here. For this we'll apply the formula. Now which one? M equal to minus coefficient of x upon y. So using the formula, this one m equal to minus coefficient, yes or no, x upon y. So for the first line the slope will be what? Using this formula 5/3, and for second will be 1. Got the point? Yes or no? Understood? So now we know that since required lines are perpendicular to this lines, so slopes of required lines are, so as we know that it is perpendicular, so whenever we know that it is perpendicular, so reciprocal the value with the opposite symbol, so the required the slope with respect to the perpendicular condition will be what? What we'll get? Minus 3 by 5 and minus 1. Got the point? Okay. Now, as the equation of line passing through origin, that means 0 comma 0. Okay. So what is the equation of line when it is passing through origin? It is y equal to mx. So apply this formula two times because here we have the two slope. Yes or no? For the first, y equal to m. Okay. So which m we have to consider? This, yeah, this. As the question says that it is perpendicular. So perpendicular conditions, here the slope which we got is what? Minus 3 upon 5 x, and y equal to second slope is what? Minus 1x. Yes or no? Okay, now shift this 5. So what you will get? 5y equal to minus 3x and y equal to minus x. Arrange the equation, see to that, keep the symbol of x as positive. So 3x plus 5y equal to 0 and x plus y equal to 0 are the required lines. Yes or no? Required lines. So now here we got a linear equation. Yes or no? We'll consider this part as u equal to 0, this part as v equal to 0. So we know that the combined equation, the combined equation for u equal to 0 and v equal to 0 is what? U into v equal to 0. So therefore 3x plus 5y and x plus y equal to 0. Got the point? Okay. So now bracket open. So what we'll get? We'll see this will be 3x square plus 3xy plus 5xy plus 5y square equals to 0. So the final step will be what? 3x square. These are the like terms, so you will get 8xy plus 5y square equal to 0. So here we got the final answer. Now we'll check in the method number 1 what was the answer. So we took the same example. Can you see the sum? It is 5x square minus 8x plus 3y square equal to 0. In the method number 1, using the concept of sum of the root and the product, here we got the answer 3x square plus 8xy plus 5y square equal to 0. Taking the same example, we applied the method number 2. Here also we got the same answer. Got the point? So we come to the conclusion that for the method number 2, there are two methods. Okay, but in the method number 2, there are some conditions which you have to remember. If splitting of middle term is possible, apply method number 2. If the value of b is equal to 0, when you compare the equation with respect to ax square plus 2hxy plus by square equal to 0, if y square term is absent, so therefore the coefficient will be 0. If the value of b is 0, common sense, we cannot solve the sum further. So we cannot apply the method number 1. So we have to stick with the method number 2. And whenever the word comes, it is passing through x1 comma y1. Okay. So there are 3 points which you have to remember for the method number 2, splitting of middle term, if value of b is equal to 0 and when it is passing through some points. But in both the case, you are getting the same answer. Yes or no? You are getting the same answer. Here also you got 3x square plus 8xy plus 5y square equal to 0. Here also we got the same answer. Got the point? Yes or no? So we can remember this type number 2 as converting quadratic into quadratic. Now we'll see some more example, okay, based on the type number 2. So here we understood method number 2 when we have to apply, yes or no. Now we'll check for method number one. So method number one, when you have to apply, whenever the sum is based on the condition of the slope, condition on the slopes are given, like we'll see some example, you'll come to know. Method number one, condition of the slopes are given, or else sometime they will say that condition of the slopes are given and then you have to find the value of k, like this. The sum of the slope of the line represented by a quadratic equation is twice the product. So sum of the slope, that means m1 plus m2, product means what, m1 into m2, as the sum of the slope is twice. So here can I say, whenever you have to find the value of k, you will have some condition, and that condition will be with respect to the slope. So whenever the question it is in the form with respect to the slope and you have to find the value of k, then see that you have to apply the method number one. With method number two, you cannot solve your answer. You have to stick with the method number one. Yes or no? Okay. So method number one, for a quadratic equation, or else it is based on the condition of the slopes and you have to find the value of k. For this two types of sum, you have to apply the method number one. Got the point? Yes or no? And method number two, keep this 3 point. If splitting of middle term is possible, method number two. If the value of b is 0, the value of b is 0, we cannot apply the method number one. We have to apply the method number two only. Got the point? And when it is passing through x1, y1, so when it is passing through x1, y1, we have to apply the method number two. But see that the change will be what? The equation of line, as it is passing through x1, y1. So we know that y1 minus y minus y1 equal to mx minus x1 is the required equation of line when it is passing through the point. Yes or no? We'll take the second example and we'll see now how to guess the method, which method will come, method number one, yeah, method number two, and then you have to apply that method and find the required combined equation. So let's see the second example now.